Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about the amazing wrestling tournament that Eagle Valley hosted on Saturday. Now, let's go and talk to the coach all about what it's like to host such a large event. Let's take a listen.
We are here on the scoreboard with Coach Melvin Valdez of the Eagle Valley wrestling team, both varsity and JV, correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And you guys are hosting this huge tournament today. Could you tell me a little bit about your tournament?
Yeah, it's actually we got 5 mats, both 3 divisions, JV, varsity, and girls division going on at the same time. So we put it on every year since I've been here, and probably the last, I would say, 30-some years. We added a girls division this year.
So 5 mats, I see 3 physical mats, correct?
Yes, and there's 2 mats in the auxiliary gym.
Oh, okay, awesome. So that tournament has been going on as well, just right across the hallway?
The JV side of the tournament, yep. And we both had 78 competitors in JV and also varsity this year.
Wow, that's quite a lot of competitors. And how many different schools are involved?
17 different schools.
So between 17 different schools, 78 competitors?
Yes.
And so what are some of the difficulties in organizing and scheduling so many different schools, so many different athletes?
Yeah, the difficulty about, setting up a big tournament here is just setting up for sure, but the logistics of everything is pretty tight. I mean, you got to have everything inputted from all the coaches, so it's a big team effort between all the teams, plus the tournament director, which is Kylan, getting everything set up, and we set this up a couple weeks before ahead of time. That way we don't run into any glitches.
Makes sense. That didn't quite help you today, though, did it? You ran into a little bit of a glitch earlier?
Yes, we ran in, around the nation, everyone uses track wrestling, which is pretty common for everything, and when everybody's logged onto that around the nation, things will happen, and it went down for about an hour, so we're back up again, so hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed and keep it up.
And what do you guys use the track wrestling program for? Is it to keep track of the bracketing or the points?
It goes from keeping track of wins, losses, takedowns, everything, stats for the kids, plus it runs every tournament in the nation. That's the kind of the new deal. It's live scoring, so you don't have to put it in after the fact, and it saves a lot of time. It's kind of the new thing that's going on. It's been happening for about probably 15 years now, and they still got glitches.
I mean, technology has always been the problem, isn't it? So with this new system, then, is it sort of helping to organize wrestling both within the high school programs and then just nationwide?
Yes, it's big on the high school, but it's also D1, D2, NIA. It's all, everyone uses it. So if you go on to track wrestling, you can pull any event up worldwide and actually watch it live, not streaming live, but the scoring live. And some places you could watch streaming at the same time. So it's basically the heart of wrestling for sure.
Wow, that's really incredible. So is that sort of the system that colleges would use to evaluate the high school athletes potentially for D1, D3 scholarships?
That's exactly what they'll do. They have a big tournament called the, I can't remember, 32 Super 32s, and me talking to some college coaches for my wrestlers in the past, they follow along that way. That way they don't have to show up and watch kids wrestling at the competitions. They actually watch it live there and see, how they're doing, how they score, and, stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty big about recruiting for sure.
Do you have any athletes on your team right now that are hoping to get recruited?
Not as of right now. I've got 2 seniors. One senior is going to be not wrestling in college, but doing track in college. Another senior is just not sure yet. He just started this year, so he actually is involved in boxing when he come from Texas. So not right now. We're looking probably in about 2 years we're going to have a big presence of who wants to continue to the next level.
Well, that's fantastic. Do you find that athlete who's come from boxing has a lot of skills that have transitioned over to his beginning wrestling career?
Actually, really good footwork, really coachable, and just picks everything up. And I don't know if it's a maturity thing or if it's just an athlete kind of deal, an athletic thing. But yeah, that senior has picked it up really quick, got real good feet movement and aggression.
Well, that's perfect for a wrestler, isn't it?
Yes, that's what we need.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get back to your athletes as the round's starting up again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it, thank you.
Of course.